We're gonna fix stuff around the house. Let's check it out. Hello everybody and welcome back to your weekday weekend. Today we're gonna fix a problem around my house that has been in existence for, I don't know, a few years. So I have my fridge in the kitchen and it's nothing special, but the handle to it broke off a few years ago. Now, we've just been kind of grabbing the edge of the door and opening it that way because, you know, who really needs the handle? But, you know, I kind of figured, let's fix it. I have a 3D printer, right? Alright, so if you look here, I've already taken a couple measurements of the fridge best I could. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as it works, I'm happy. From there, I took off the only part that was left of the handle, which is this gross thing here. Don't look at it too closely, but I used this to get the exact shape and size of the holes for the screws and the distance between them. So from there, I made a detailed enough drawing, at least best I could, to get what I needed. And we're going to get into a Libre and see what we can do. Alright, so from here, I think our best course of action is to start on the XY plane that's modeling right on the print bed. And I'm just going to use my drawing here as a reference. So it's not the best, but I think it will do everything I need to do. The only difference we have to make compared to the original handle design is we have to make sure this one is 3D printable with as little supports as possible. So I might make a little bit more of a boxy design than the original handle had. But we're going to do our best. Let's hide our planes, and I'm going to just start with the actual width of the handle itself. Now, I never actually measured the height that I want the handle to be, mainly because obviously it's not going to be the full height, because the real handle was like 2 feet long, you know. So we're just going to guesstimate here of what will be a good option. So what I do in this situation, when I don't know how big something should be and it doesn't need to be exact, I take my calipers and I just bring them out to a number that seems about right. And in this case, this does actually seem about right, because the size it needs to be is the size of my hand to grab the handle. So about 155 sounds good, and that is within our print boundary. So from here, I'm going to go 155. In fact, I might go a little less because I need to put a rounded edge on that. So let's do 145, and then let's equal that and that. And then from there, I need to create a kind of rounded edge on this. I don't think I'm going to do how I normally do. I think I'm going to do something like this. So let's go ahead and midpoint this arc between these 2 points, and then vertical that. Is that going to be thick enough? I don't know. In fact, how thick is this piece? Let's find out. I forgot to measure. It's 4.2 millimeters. Forgot to write that down. So okay, we finished that part off. One extra little tip, by the way, if your calipers are like mine and when you put them in the box sometimes they turn back on, then there might be 2 problems. Firstly, your tightening knob here might not be tightened all the way, and the act of putting them in the box might have moved them, because if you move them, they're going to turn on. So the other thing is the battery might be dying, and you might just have to replace the battery. So check those things if your calipers are turning on in the box. All right, back to the show. Let's see here. Our distance from here to here is 61 millimeters, right? Yes. And then I didn't really do a distance for this one, but I have my distance between the 2 holes, and I have, okay, so let's go ahead and do a 29.75 to the outside hole. Let's add an extra, let's make it 36. And then this part is actually looking pretty good. I think I might want to do an arc here, actually. Let's do that. And there we go. So from here, I think we have something that's usable. That's pretty good. It's close enough. We are going to mid-plane extrude this by 31, I do believe. Okay. So this is our initial design. This is good, but we can do better. All right, so next we need to add the holes right here. So if I use the hole tool and I go ahead and select a counterbore hole and to limit geometry, that, and then 2, and then the inside hole is 5.7. We're going to do 7.5 because of print size. And then this is 10.5. And then we're adding 2 of these. Now, let's go ahead and make these horizontal with the origin. And let's go ahead and make the distance between them at 19. And let's go ahead and make the distance here 29.75. All right. It looks like my bit here needs to have a little bit more on it. My best guess was not good enough, so let's go ahead and do 40. There we go. Much better. That's the beauty of parametric CAD. All right, now that we've got those sorted, we can pretty this thing up a little bit here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's add a fillet, kind of probably, yeah, all the way along those edges there. And let's make it kind of a good size here. Will 4 work? That looks pretty good. I think we can get away with a little more, though. Let's do like 6. Yeah, there we go. Nice and rounded so we can grab it. Feels good in the hand. That looks like it will be perfect. Cool. Let's apply that. And then let's go ahead and see if we can't get away with a variable fillet. So if we change this to be from, we'll do 38% to 100%. 38% we want to do 0. And at 100%, let's do 8. Will it work? Can I do 0.5? Yes. There we go. That is doable. So 38 to 100. 38 to 100. And then 0.5 to 8. Oh. Okay. This other one is backwards. If we do from 0 to 100 minus 38. 100 minus, nope. Okay, so 62. We'll just do the math there. And then we do 8, 0.5. There we go. Perfect. Much better. Much better. Next, let's add a couple more fillets down here. There we go. Now, typically, we don't like fillets when we 3D print things, but I think I'm going to do a low layer height anyway, so we should be okay. I think that'll be okay right there. All right. Guys, I think that's pretty good. I could make like a bottom bit here. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think it needs it. From here, I guess let's just see if we can't 3D print this bad boy, huh? Alright, so we're halfway through the first print and I realized something. This is how far we got before I realized this piece needs to be up here because this is for the bottom door, not the top door. Okay, well at least I caught it. Let's go in the design and fix it, shall we? And here we go. This looks much better. Let's go ahead and print this one instead. And here it is. Looks pretty good. The fillet on the one side closest to the bed is a little iffy. But for what we need, it should work just fine. It feels good. Let's go put it on the fridge. Alright, well, I got it on the fridge and it fits perfectly. And it works really well. Really the only problem I have with it is that it's a little bendy when you pull on it. But other than that, it works perfectly fine. I think problem solved. So, if you like this video, give it a like. If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe. Remember, on my channel, every day is a weekend. Go ahead and check out the Discord down below. Check out my website for more weekend vibes and for some free CAD practice. I'll see you guys next time, next weekend. Bye-bye.